YTBC, what's the deal? So it's official. Deontay Wilder is not looking for an opponent for January 16th. It's going to be ARTUR Szpilka. I highly recommend and suggest you guys go on YouTube, watch his fights. I know a lot of people are going to think he's a bum. There's people on the YTBC that will put ARTUR Szpilka on the same level as Jason Gavin because they're just not well versed with the heavyweight division. You guys, please go to BoxRec. Just select any guy in the top 40 and just watch their fights. Not the guys that you know like Povetkin and Wilder and Fury and Vladimir, but some of the other guys. Andre Gernot, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, Trevor Bryan, Huey Fury. Just go look up any of these guys, man, and just try to watch their fights. But Szpilka, he poses a threat. Southpaw, he's big. I think he's about 6'4", 6'5". He's in shape. Who is he training with? I know he's training with, I want to say Ronnie Shields has him down in Houston. He's getting good work in. Stays in shape. He's a good fighter. He had to fight with Brian Jennings. That's a fight that for some of you that don't want to see him fight somebody that you never heard of, you can watch him fight Brian Jennings on YouTube. Szpilka was set to fight Amir Mansour this Saturday, and I actually made a prediction video about it, but that fight's not going to happen. There are a few. Let me just go over a few fights that aren't going to happen. Charles Martin versus Dominic Breazeale isn't going to happen this Saturday either. They're still trying to keep Dominic Breazeale on the card. They're trying to find a last minute replacement. I was thinking since Szpilka isn't fighting Mansour this Saturday and he's fighting Deontay Wilder, and Martin isn't fighting Breazeale this Saturday, he's about to do the purse bid with Glasgow in a few days. How about just Mansour versus Dominic Breazeale this Saturday? I mean, both guys were supposed to fight this Saturday, I believe at the same venue. Get him in there. Amir Mansour, he has no problems with fighting up-and-coming guys, because the boxing world and politics, they have put him up with other prospects, even though he's way older. Like I said, though, the top 10 of BoxRec, out of the top 20 heavyweights on BoxRec, 10 of them are 34 years or older. So it's kind of a senior division right now. But ARTUR Szpilka is one of the younger guys. I believe he's only about 26. I think Tyson Fury is 27. And Dillian White and Anthony Joshua is, 26, 27. Parker's 23. Jarrell Miller is 26, I believe. I mean, so there are some heavyweights prospects to contender range that are under 30. But, I wouldn't mind seeing Mansour versus Breazeale this Saturday. Andy Ruiz Jr. was scheduled to fight this Saturday also against Michael Grant. That fight got nixed. I actually did a prediction video on that one. And the other two fights that got canceled, ironically. But they're going to put Ruiz Jr. on the card January 16th. I don't know if it's going to be on the undercard of any other of the undercard of Deontay Wilder and ARTUR Szpilka. I don't know if he's going to be on the undercard or not, but he is supposed to fight January 16th, the Michael Grant fight. It got nixed because Grant didn't show up to the week before the fight weigh-in. He didn't show up. He couldn't pass his physical. What is taking place this Saturday, Chris Arreola is still fighting against Travis Kaufman. Who else was on for this Saturday? Man, everything got canceled, man. But next weekend, I know the 19th, we got Brian Jennings versus Luis Ortiz. That will be taking place. But I'm all for Mansour versus Breazeale this Saturday. I mean, they were both going to take on tough opponents. It's not like they're taking a step back. So Charles Martin versus Glasgow, the IBF, and I was wondering what was going on with Martin and Breazeale, because it's like, well, shit, before we get to Glasgow, we got to get past Breazeale, although I'm favoring him over Breazeale. I think he's a little bit more polished fighter than Breazeale, although Breazeale worked with the out in Carson, California. I forgot that camp he was out at. I think it's called American Heavyweight. It's out in Carson. It's kind of like they manufacture all these big guys from other sports and turn them into heavyweights. But he was one of the guys, a graduate from there. Went to the Olympics. Breazeale versus Mansour would be a good fight. So fights got canceled, but with those fights being canceled, better fights came about. Martin versus Glasgow for a title. I hear a lot of people getting on that fight. They don't want to see it. They think that Charles Martin is a guy that's not proven, and they think that Glasgow is a guy that's not proven either. You know, I don't want the IBF to strip. Well, they already did strip Tyson Fury. I didn't want that, you know, but Martin and Breazeale, I guess we could let the titles, you know, some other guys get some title shots. It's just the way boxing is going to be, man. You know, there's always going to be politics. The sanctioning body is going to strip guys whenever they feel the need to. They're going to make up rules and break the rules. That's why I'm not really a guy that goes on here and looks up their rules. And I know a lot of you guys do it, and that's fine to make your point when you're making an argument. I understand that. But to me, it's like they just make the rules and break them. You know, it's like every other month, every other year. It's just so much to follow. It almost to the point where I don't even want to do it. I'd rather just not do it. I'd just rather wait until the fight's signed, and then I'll make a prediction video. Following the business and why this and why that. I don't even give a fuck no more about the politics, to tell you the truth. Although it's something that can't be overlooked and it's something that's right smack dead in our face, but I hate dealing with it. I hate dealing with it. So those are the switches and mix-ups, you know, as far as fights getting canceled and fights being re-signed. YTBC, I'm out.